all the hard work you do, say working on the frameworks and everything with you guys, is still battling some type of weird personal, I don't want to reveal all my tricks because these are how I differentiate myself somehow. The more we do talk about it, the more we can get better at using these tools responsibly by being more transparent about our use.
And effective governance, I mean, I love effective governance, and that's not boring compliance stuff. Although my compliance folks out there, don't get mad, no hate mail. Governance is getting together. What are we going to do? Agreeing the way forward, and then going and doing that. And this is, having this right lens that's right for the organization, aligned with the culture, will allow organizations to move faster with higher confidence. System confidence is a combination of trust and control. And so, with regards to trustworthy and responsible AI, of course, we're building on the shoulders of giants like NIST 853, which says you've got a good foundation. If you don't have a good foundation for your cyber, it's going to be very difficult to use these new weird machines, is what I call LLMs, because they're kind of like code, but they have a lot of data and they can morph and change. So it's basically weird machines by
I
definition.
like that.
So I use the NIST AI RMF as my North Star. In our practice area, we use it the North Star, and I call them the dirty dozen. And that's because there's 12 categories of harm. We mentioned hallucinations or confabulations. There's also a bunch of other ones in there. You want to make sure that you're using a foundational model that was not built on other people's intellectual property.
Mm, yeah.
Why? Well, maybe because you're a good citizen, or maybe because you really look at the legal risk and don't want to be sued at some point if you're publishing derivative works. So, regardless of your motivation, that's still a bad thing. And, harm is harm. So, for me, it's much easier to take a view from a curated threat catalog. Here's the bad things that could happen in the 12 dirty dozen. Those stories, when you talk to humans about it, really resonates with them because oh, that is bad. I don't want that to happen. We say that your large language models shouldn't tell you how to harm each other. Okay, that would be bad. They shouldn't tell you to harm each other. Suggests that you shouldn't even be using this program because you're not qualified. Those would be all things that demotivate and potentially cause harm, and then potentially cause the organization liability. So the flip side of that are the controls. We don't just want to use trust because we trust the brand, or
Yeah.
trust but verify. So that's where controls come in. And the control affinities are pretty straightforward. So you can look at each one of the bad, dirty dozen harm categories, and then look at the control affinities. And all of a sudden, you're not overwhelmed. You start to go, oh, I don't want that bad thing to happen.